Carney to recuse himself from dealings with over 100
100.
companies in sprawling government conflict screen. Sheila, does Mark Carney want to make a decision? Does he want to be the Prime Minister and govern Canada? Or is he more beholden to Brookfield Asset Management? I don't see a way out here. I don't see how he can serve as Prime Minister with all these companies which obviously have tentacles into government business. I just don't.
It's Brookfield, so it literally touches everything. So this is from the CBC that I'm reading. These are the ones that he had before he threw them into a blind trust. And so, but that is to say that he obviously knows about them, right? Like, it's not like he put them in a blind trust and then was stricken with amnesia.
I know.
Like, he knows what they are. Like, it's so dumb. So he knows what decisions the government can make, i.e., modular housing, that would affect Brookfield stock price. Like, it's idiotic. It's not like he put his assets in a blind trust and then someone hit him on the head with a hammer and he's like, where am I? What did I own? It's not like that at all. So, and we're supposed to applaud Carney because he was supposed to tell us what these, declare his conflicts of interest 120 days after being Prime Minister. But boy, it sure would have been nice for people during the election to know that the promises he was making, i.e. modular housing, would directly affect the stocks that he held. But they never did.
Oh, Sheila Gunn Reid, look inside yourself. Look inside yourself.
Rosie, look inside yourself. So, according to the filing, Carney held assets in Brookfield Asset Management. No surprise there. Stripe. He previously sat on the board of directors with both companies. Carney had 6.8 million US worth of unexercised stock options as of January 31st. Held assets in 2 advisory firms, 2 environmental companies, have a self-administered RRSP, and a wide variety of shares in an investment fund managed by a third party. The only thing he kept out of a blind trust is some cash, a cottage, and the family home. It also lists a number of gifts Carney has received since taking office that the Prime Minister is required to disclose. Included in the list are gifts of 2 hockey jerseys from the Edmonton Oilers. And the other one is a Washington Capitals jersey that he was gifted by Donald Trump. Some alcohol from Macron, an engraved bowl from Keir Starmer. I don't know. This is also, and from what I understand, the majority of the assets he holds are American. Because even Mark Carney knows that Elbows Up falls flat on its face when you look at the returns, because this is not an investment-friendly country, and that is due in no small part to Mark Carney being the guy whispering in Justin Trudeau's ear for 5 years.
100%. And Sheila, I can't believe how Carney and the Liberal Party was able to recover from really one of the earliest scandals in the last federal election, and that was Mark Carney lying about Brookfield. I'm trying to remember the chronology. This is going back to January, saying he's no longer chair of Brookfield. This was in regard to Brookfield Asset Management moving its headquarters from Toronto to New York City. But whoa, he was too
Elbows
clever.
up. Elbows up. Elbows up when you're carrying those boxes so you don't hurt your back when you're moving to the United States.
Yep. But what was conveniently absent in that explanation is that the decision was made in October 31st. Right. Happy Halloween. How do you like those apples? And Carney was the chair. So this business of elbows up, wrapping himself in the flag, I'm going to be Captain Canuck, saving Canadian jobs. Well, he spoke volumes, less than 3 months before that January lie, in terms of moving the headquarters of a company that is responsible for almost $1 trillion in assets.
Yeah, what 91% of Carney's portfolio is US based. We also know that that whole elbows up strategy, which is now elbows down, elbows up, elbows down, as my MP Garnet Jennings calls it's the chicken dance of foreign policies, just constantly. But we know that that entire thing was based around Privy Council polling of Canadians' impressions of the incoming American president, and they were worried about what Donald Trump would do as part of his America First strategy. And that was then, so Canadians paid for that polling data. It should have been stayed nonpartisan in government's hands. Instead, it was given to political operatives within the Liberal Party and then used to craft a campaign strategy that helped the Liberals win the next election. In another more grown-up country, that would be absolutely illegal, because the Liberals were the only ones with access to it, even though it was paid for as part of Privy Council polling. The Conservatives never had access to that polling data. It was used for partisan reasons, and then normally people would go to jail in other countries, but this is Canada, and you can do whatever you want as long as you're part of the natural governing party of this country. But yeah, so that's why you see the insincerity of the elbows up strategy. And Carney never actually felt that way when it comes to his own multi-million dollars worth of investments. The elbows up strategy is for you so that you maybe don't go to, to Las Vegas on your bachelorette or to Nashville on your bachelor party because you've been told by the TV to travel in Canada. I see, Mr. We better travel in Canada. Don't go places. He was at Wimbledon. So did you see that? Last week we speculated, like, where did Mark Carney go on his summer vacation? Because he's been telling Canadians to travel within Canada, and Canada, like, spend your money in Canada. Well, where is he? Wimbledon.
Yeah, and by the way, Sheila, and I'm speaking as someone who just came back last week from California, if there's any reason why Canadians aren't traveling to the U.S. in any kind of critical mass, the killing you take on the dollar right now. It is it's almost like 40%, I believe. It is crippling. So please, can we, park that patriotism? I'm staying in Canada to,
whatever.
Give Donald Trump the finger. No. You're staying in Canada because you're too poor to pay for a vacation in U.S. dollars.